Newsflash. I'm 37. I'm a vlogger, dog. That's crazy, bro. Bro, 2 weeks from the time this episode comes out, I'm gonna be 38 and a vlogger.
Oh my
Bro,
God.
I'm fucking Casey Neistat and not as good. That's great. Like, bro, someday I'm gonna wake up. Now, granted, I'm gonna have several millions of dollars, but I'm still gonna be a fucking, no disrespect, a YouTuber in my 40s, bro. And there's a chance that I have not gotten married on a rock because all I think about is rocks. Crack rocks. Right. What I'm saying is this, bro. Do you guys, okay, because as we near the end of the year, I thought we could have a discussion today about where we see ourselves going in the new year, in 2023. And I wanted to get your guys' opinions on that because I personally, I think I may have to start thinking about, life, bro, and like real life and not just work. You know better than anyone, bro. I'm a bit of a problematic workaholic. And I know that I don't what's the word, like maximize my efficiency. Like I still do a lot of the work myself for various reasons, but I feel like I've really ignored a lot of growth in my personal life, in just so that I can continue to build out a career.
So this prompt and what I'm going to say in response to the prompt may help you a little bit in trying to pursue the thing that it sounds like you think you may want to pursue in the upcoming years.
Is it problematic to say it, but that I don't know anything about what I want?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Of course not, which is totally fine. I told Nina that I truthfully don't believe you'll ever get married and you'll be lonely forever.
But that word.
No, but then I checked myself and I said, you know what? Mike came from the fucking gutter, like the actual gutter. Like if we rewound time and flash back to 10 years ago, the version of Mike that you would see, let's say 15 years ago, is drastically different from the version of Mike that exists now. Like the people that saw him from his hometown, the cops that arrested him, could not believe that this is the product of the person that they were throwing in fucking jail doing crack, right? So any transformation is really possible. And what I think is going to happen will most likely not, because you're an incredibly evolutionary person and you have the ability to make leaps and bounds when it comes to personal growth. So I actually take that back, and I think you will find love eventually, but the version of you that's going to find love is going to be drastically different than this version sitting here right now.
The issue with me, dude, is one of the things, as you guys know, that I battle with intensely is just my mind. And you talk about this all the time. It's like one of the scariest ideas in the world, that like your battle is with yourself, not with anyone else. And I have such capability, and I'm so aware of my capability. I really believe that I can do anything. I believe that I have what it takes to just make people watch and entertain and interested in the things that I do and say. And I've had that echoed by, Theo Vaughn just came up to me and told me the other day, he's like, you got the fucking sauce. Go on stage, write a routine, do something, bro. I am limited severely in my professional life and my personal life by something called self-doubt. And I am a massive, massive self-doubter. And I wake up and I struggle with this a lot, dude. I struggle with this a lot. This dialogue that exists in my head that you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Your anxiety won't let you do that. Even if you got good enough, your anxiety won't let you do that. You can't get close. You can't get close to a girl, bro, because your intimacy issues won't let you do that. You're an addict. You are an addict, bro. You have access to a plethora of women at all times. You will never settle down. You are an addict in all ways, all shapes, all sizes. And that's what my dialogue tells me. And until I start to work on how I talk to myself, none of those things will be possible for me. And unfortunately, going back to what I started this conversation with, my inability to break away from the grind is completely hindering my ability to fix my fucking mental health. And that sucks. And that's my fault. And that's my problem. And I dug myself even deeper in with that fucking house, to be honest with you. And there's no problem. Obviously I'm good, But it's like now I feel like, dude, I can't stop work and I got to pay for this fucking house.
So let me tell you a little bit of a breakthrough that I had. Maybe you can relate to. This is what I kind of mentioned at first. When I took a step back from creating, it was so transformative for me as a person. And what I was able to then do with that new version of myself that I fucking loved was build some really fucking dope companies, get a girlfriend, find love both externally and internally, make new friends, continue pursuits that I wanted to my whole life and that are now flourishing greater than ever. Like you're having a conversation about building versus creating, and that grind of creating will burn you the fuck out.
I told you when we were on the way here.
But there's something to be said about like internalizing your energy and building stuff behind the scenes, making your everyday life look really interesting, and it has to be entertaining and captivating every single week is hard, bro. That's no one's life is that interesting. Like for that amount of time. How many weeks you been putting out?
Almost 3 years of
that's insane. That's insane.
We've had so many conversations on this show, endless conversations of like, all these people, incredible people. And if you asked me the quote that or person or thing that was said that stuck with me more than anything else, it was by a person by the name of Nadeshot, who came on our show, and he described vividly in detail the chaos that was always being on the YouTube clock. Always. You work your fucking ass off to put an episode together, city after city, brand deals, thumbnails, editing, subtitles, captions, tags, actors, people, paying this person, doing this, all these different things to push go live and immediately start thinking about what the next video is. That is hell. That is hell on earth, bro. And I honestly don't know. And once again, this is not complaining.
No,
I
none of us are getting it that way.
Okay, no one, because this is a luxurious situation and a bougie situation. And I know there's a lot of people out there who fucking struggle and they work their asses off. But it has really put me in a spot where I've not been able to do anything else. And my fear is, unfortunately, because of how the world works these days, my fear is that if I take my foot off the gas pedal, I will be forgotten. And that scares me. And I'm not saying that that's even right or even what's going to happen, but it scares me. It's a fear that I have.
So I had the same fear.
I would also,
but then I had this thing called Impaulsive. I've told you both this, bro. This show is definitely one of the biggest blessings in my life.
Same.
We do this show every week. In all the midst of the chaos that happens in all of our lives, we fucking show up and we sit down and we have conversations for people to watch every single week. That always on type of content will ensure, especially because of how good you are, that you're not gonna be forgotten. That's just false. That's not reality. You're not gonna be forgotten. And especially if it's affecting your mental health, like slippery slope, dude, and maybe that's why you were in a bad place.
I was. And so I actually do have some advice if you would love my opinion. I have the same mindset as Logan, but just a tiny bit different. One, you're going to be forgotten, regardless of how big you take it.
Right.
So that gives me peace.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's you or Logan or Michael Jackson or Elvis.
True.
Yep. At a certain point, you're going to be forgotten.
Yeah.
I love that.
So what I would like for you to do, bro, is because we all believe in you. We all seen you get out of way worse situations. And that feeling of clicking the button and then needing to do another one is a form of addiction. Now, your addiction isn't hurting you anymore. It's actually providing good for you. And that sometimes could be tricky as well because it's a double-edged sword. My theory to you is you don't have to lose anything for you to gain. If your house right now is overweighing you because it's a mansion, what I would do is maybe this isn't the right time. Great decision. Lease it out for a year.
Yeah, I can.
Put some tenants in there to cover the mortgage so that way you can move on comfortably living a life where you could create comfortably and plan a 5-year future. And then when your 2 feet are strong firm on the ground, then you just ask the tenants, hey, we're not going to renew. I'm going back to my kingdom. but your kingdom is never going to be taken away from you. The only person that can take it away from you is you. And the traction that you're going to burn yourself out or get in a crash. And so what I would say, like a car crash, like actually burn. I want you to be super successful. And dude, having a female, not girls at the club that you want attention from. I'm talking about a good woman. A good woman is a backbone to a man, bro. It could provide so much. My life significantly changed, and I would have never made these 2 years that were hard for me if I didn't have Belle. And I would sit down with you, bro, and we can meet great women in great areas.
Well, you guys know, by the way, that like
you don't want a relationship.
No, it's not that. I don't want to like make my lifestyle seem. I'll bash my lifestyle myself. Like, I'm not out here being like, oh, I like the things I'm doing. I hope you guys know that. Like, I'm envious of what you guys have. I just, because of my scenario, this is just what I've allowed myself by the way that I approach things and the way that I speak to myself internally. Another reason I don't work on myself is because a lot of times I want to provide value to other people.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like one of my shields. So I will do that right now. What you're saying right now is the greatest word of advice you can give to the audience right now. Small change. David even preaches it, the German. If I am 1% better tomorrow than I was today, that's all I need to fucking do. Get better every day, just a little bit better in your habits, in the boundaries you set for yourself, in the things that you do to make your life more fulfilling.
Hey there, if you like the clip, make sure to subscribe or check out this recommended clip to my right.